Hey guys, Kim here from Kim on a Whim. In today's video, we're going to kind of jam pack it. It's not all in one day. I did this over the course of 2 days, but I am going to do a little bit of laundry. I have a classic dinner recipe for you. We're having a movie night this night, so I'm doing something that's easy, kind of just can sit on the stove. Everybody can grab what they want when they want. And then we have a Sam's Club and Walmart haul. Although more Sam's Club, I only needed a few things from Walmart, so that wasn't too much of a haul. I'm also going to clean out the fridge, and I actually did it in the right order this time. I cleaned out the fridge first, then went food shopping. And I'm also going to clean out the bottom of the kitchen sink because it is a freaking mess again. I feel like I'm always cleaning this thing out and reorganizing. And it's just because I have too much stuff in there. So we're going to deal with that. But first, we're going to get some laundry done. We just got back from a long weekend, a little getaway. So we have a lot to unpack. If you guys are in for some motivation, getting a lot of stuff. Not a lot. That's too much pressure. We're getting some stuff done. Let's get started. You don't have to do one single thing. You don't know how much I want. Okay, so I'm gonna put together a classic dinner. We're gonna do some meatballs. I'm gonna do the walkthrough real quick of the meatballs. We got some fresh parsley from the garden, 2 eggs because I have the larger pack of meatloaf mix. Usually I get like a half one, I only do 1 egg. Some breadcrumbs, some Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, and I go with Prego. I know it's store-bought sauce, but it's really good. I put a little red wine in it. I'll put some whole garlic cloves in it, and then I'll also put a rind from our Parmesan cheese in it. So I'm gonna go through and make that, and then anybody can either do pasta with it or they can make it into a sandwich because I have bread too. So let's get started. So in an effort to make life easier, I'm just gonna use the pot I'm going to cook the meatballs in to mix the meatballs too. So I'm dumping in, it's about 3 pounds of a meatloaf mix. It has pork, veal, and beef in it. About 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs also had parsley and seasonings in them. So, you know, if you didn't have fresh parsley on hand, you could just use the breadcrumbs. I did add 2 eggs. However, later on you'll see me add an extra egg. Usually the pack that I get is half this size and I'm able to do 1 egg. I think my eggs were a little small too, so probably why I had to put a 3rd egg in. But I am going to chop up some of the fresh parsley and put that in. And then also just some salt and pepper and grated Parmesan cheese. I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one. I see no reason why I should ever let you go. I don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling you're giving me. Don't wanna wake up. No, I don't wanna wake up. Here I'm gonna add the roughly half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Like I said, I really don't measure. I don't measure much of anything, which I'm going to have to start to, because Mia was asking me for my recipe for my pasta salad. And I was kind of like, oh, you know, put in some olive oil, some red wine vinegar, some mustard. And I'm just like, everything was just some. And she's like, I don't know what your some is. So I think I'm going to have to sit down one day and make my recipes and measure out what I'm using, so that way I can give her the recipes too. You saw that I added the Parmesan cheese, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I did peel some garlic because I'm going to add that to the Prego sauce with a little bit of red wine and one of the rinds from one of our old blocks of Parmesan cheese. Now I'm just going to mix everything up. Not my favorite part, but you got to do this in order to get a meatball going. So took off my rings so I can mix everything up. And then I usually make like a pretty decent size meatball. Some people love it, some people hate it, because you can have spaghetti and 1 meatball with the size that I make the meatballs, and like 1.5 if you want a sandwich. So
I've tried making them a little smaller. Here you're seeing I'm adding that extra egg because when I started mixing it, it just didn't feel right. So I wanted to add another egg in. But yeah, some people wish I made like a little bit of a smaller meatball because they want spaghetti and 2 meatballs, but I just don't know how to do that. So it's always a pretty decent size meatball.
Around your finger, tell me what you wanna do. A part of something bigger. Now my mind is filled with you. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know. Baby, without.
So they'll go in for 15 minutes on one side. While the 15 minutes is going, I will prep the sauce and then I'll flip them for another 15 minutes. Once that's all done, I'll put them on the stove for usually an hour and a half, but it's meatballs so they can simmer all day. I put about a 1/4 cup of red wine into the jar with the sauce. I'm just going to shake that up to get all of the sauce out of the jar. And then I'm going to add the garlic and the Parmesan rind. The first 15 minutes is up. I'm just going to give the sauce a zhuzh, only because of the Parmesan rind that's in there. It can stick to the bottom and it tends to do that, so you just want to kind of zhuzh it up. That was a really heavy pan because those meatballs are like golf balls. No, golf balls are small. They're not softballs because softballs are really large. Maybe baseballs? I don't know. Maybe the size of baseballs. But we're just going to flip everything and put it in for another 15 minutes. Oh, and if you're worried about anything sticking, you can spray a little bit of like a Pam. I don't use Pam, I use like an olive oil spray, but something like that on the bottom. Or you can just put a little bit of olive oil so nothing will stick for you. Okay, so the meatballs have been in the oven for 30 minutes total. Now everybody's going to get in the pool and we're just going to mix everything up, make sure that all of the meatballs are covered. And then I'm also going to cover the pot with a lid just because I don't want it splashing all over the place, kind of like it did on my pink shirt, my pinky peach shirt that I have on when I'm making these, which why I decided to make meatballs and wear a light colored shirt is beyond me, and I don't wear an apron. I have one, I just don't wear it. But we're going to cover it, let it simmer for like an hour and a half. Okay, so it's the next day, and before I run to Sam's Club, I want to clean out the fridge. I'm going to try and do this the right way. Clean out the fridge first, then go get the food so that I can put it right into the fridge. Of course, after I show you guys my haul, but this is what I have in here so far. We have the spaghetti from last night. So spaghetti and meatballs is in there. I don't know if they're any good. These are potatoes from the day before that. For the most part, I think everything in here is good as far as expiration dates. It's just a matter of wiping down the shelves. And I have to figure out how to try and clean this. I don't know how to get this glass. Oh, okay. Maybe we just figured that out. But I want to get under here because I can see where like stuff got in between the glass and the drawers. And I think for the most part, I do need to clean out the drawers a little. I have some stuff in the bottom of them, but I have some cherries from last time I was at Sam's, and then just veggies. I think this lettuce is trash. We're gonna go through and get this all straightened out. I think everything over here is Yeah, everything over here is good. So I think this is the only thing that's going. Okay, let's get started.
When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, you kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just
So top shelf is all cleaned off. The only thing I had to throw away from that was some Greek yogurt that I bought. I buy this Greek yogurt with the intentions of making, one, the Greek yogurt protein bagels. I so want to try those. I haven't done that yet. And then also I keep seeing a recipe for a cheesecake dessert that you use Greek yogurt and cheesecake pudding for. And then you just top it with some cherries or strawberries or whatever, whatever you would like on top of cheesecake. I'm trying to cut back on my sugar. I know I say this all the time, but I'm realizing I am eating way too much sugar. And I got the SodaStream for Mia for her birthday so that we can kind of try to make our own like seltzer kind of waters with flavoring, or it did come with a Pepsi Zero, and I did try that. It wasn't bad. But coming off of Coke and Sam's Cola and Summit Cola is the one from Aldi's. It's a process of a transition, and it's happening slowly but surely. It's happening. Now I'm going to take out the drawers first, because I was going to take the shelf out, but I need to take drawers out first before I could take the shelf out. And this, because I can't swing the doors open all the way, it's a good thing I'm good at Tetris. But you kind of have to finagle the drawers and the shelf out. But it was a little easier to put back, I will say that. And of course the lights are flashing because that's what they do. But underneath the drawers was a little messy. So we're going to clean that up now. Spray some of the Dawn Power Wash right into like the little crevice there where the glass meets the plastic part of the shelf. We're going to see if that'll maybe soak in there and be able to get some of that, whatever it is that's underneath there. Now I'm just using the sprayer to see if I can try and get the water to somehow seep between wherever this is being like gorilla glued into this plastic shelf, the glass. I cannot seem to get anything to penetrate. Whatever was in the fridge went through and was no problem, but now I can't seem to get even water to go through there, and I am making such a mess everywhere else.
You know what? I think before I break something, I might just grab my owner's manual and see if this glass comes out, because I can't see how it wouldn't for this reason, but I don't want to break anything because I have been known to break the glass in a refrigerator before, so better be safe than sorry. Let me get this back in the fridge.
So the shelf went back in much easier. Now I'm just going to go through the veggie and the fruit drawer just to see if I have anything that's like kind of gone bad. Like I said, there was a lettuce in there that was looking a little weird, so I'm tossing that. And then there's some string beans that are a little funky. And then I'm just going to wipe out and dry off the drawers and pack everything back in there.
You're not worth it, but I can help myself again and keep thinking of you. You're not worth it, but I can help myself again and keep thinking of you. You love me, not forgiving, not forgetting, but I keep missing you. You're not worth it, but I can help myself again and keep thinking of you.
Now I'm going to go through and put back everything on the last shelf and just go through all of my condiments. I know for the most part they're all, I think, still pretty good, but I will check a few that have been in there a little bit. The drawers, or like the little bucket kind of thing, shelves are weird in this fridge because the backs are open. I've made that mistake before of popping a back off and tilting it, and everything just fell off the back of the shelf. So not making that mistake again, because that was just more, I was making more of a mess to clean my mess and then clean another mess, and that's typically how it goes though. But condiments are all good, and we apparently are a condiment house. And the kids actually joke around that we're an ingredients house. Very few things in the fridge are like a pre-made kind of thing. Now, in my freezer, I do have some like ready to go French bread pizzas, or we're like in those little, I think they're Red Baron pizzas that I got at Sam's Club, and they're little mini like deep dish pizzas. Surprisingly good. I have those on hand so that, you know, if we need a quick lunch for something, there's not leftovers in the fridge. We have that. I am wrapping a paper towel underneath of my tomato paste and my anchovy paste because that seems to leak in this one little cubby. So I'm trying to preventative disgustingness when I clean out the fridge next time, because honestly I don't clean it out as much as I should. I said it. Now I'm moving into the drawer. We keep most of like our butters, cream cheeses, cheese, and like lunch meat and stuff like that. I did buy the little pickle packets. I thought Mia was going to love them. She absolutely hates them. So looks like I have pickle packets for, I don't know, probably the rest of the year at this point, because I don't know that I grab that to just snack when it's usually if I have a sandwich or something, I'll grab a pack of pickles. I'm not just going to, I don't know, rarely just kind of just, yeah, I'm in the mood to snack on a pickle. So I have a ton of them, and I probably will for the foreseeable future.
I didn't see this coming. Ooh, I should have heard faith calling, trying to pull me out. But how do I get out? Yeah, how do I get out? I feel the pressure on me.
So the next day now, and I did a Sam's Club run. I got the fridge all cleaned out, so that's all done. Then I tried to do this, not ass backwards, and do the fridge first, and then get all the food that I needed. So we grabbed up the Dave's Killer Bread and some regular white bread. We needed some more plates, chicken broth, because we always need chicken broth. I grabbed up some of this. We've been into Alfredo lately, so I'm hoping this is good. I guess we'll see. We have some grapes, some blueberries, some kiwi. I saw these over here for the first time, very cherry plums. So we'll give those a try. We did peaches last time, and they were really, really good. We did need to get some more of our pistachios. I got the shell ones this time. We had the unshelled ones, and I don't know, it's just something about the shells on pistachios. It makes them so good. Great beach snack, which we'll be doing that later, so stay tuned for that. Grabbed up some bananas. We needed some croutons and Parmesan cheese because I just used the last of mine for Caesar salads the other day. We grabbed up some strawberries. I was in the mood for a cantaloupe. Grabbed a pineapple, our mandatory rotisserie chicken. I might have that for dinner tonight with some potatoes. We did a bigger lunch because Greg had work for tonight, so I might just grab a piece of that with some potatoes that are in the fridge as leftovers. Grabbed up some of the pierogies. Nick's absolute favorite chicken strips, which I gotta admit, these are really good, and they're if you like Arby's and it has like a lot of the crust on it, you're gonna like these. And I did the chicken Caesar salad that I just talked about. I did it with a few of these on it. It was really good. I grabbed up some chicken because I like chicken. Nobody else in my family, everybody in my family gets really tired of chicken fast, but I could eat chicken like every day. So I grabbed up some tenderloins, and then I grabbed up some just regular chicken breast. And I think that's it for my Sam's Club. I did grab a box of snacks that Greg took to work already, and like I said, I did grab some steaks. I think that's it. Wow, that's not much. And I think I spent like $200. Wow, that's not much at all. Okay, well, and I did a Walmart run too. My Walmart run was really quick. I just needed some food for the cat for outside, so I grabbed that. I usually do like a half a can of this and then some dry food on top of it and fresh water every day. Grabbed up some donuts, and as you can see, 2 of them are missing. That would be Nick and I. These are really good, and they were super fresh today. I just got them today, so they were really, really fresh. Got some food for the indoor cats for Abernathy and Pedro. They tend to like these, and I put a little water and mix it up a little, make it a little soupy so that I can make sure they get enough water. And I needed chili powder. I had no chili powder, so I just grabbed the big one because the little one I was looking at was like $3. This was $6, and it was like probably 3 to 4 times the size. So I just grabbed this one for $6. And I think that's it as far as my haul. Sam's Club and Walmart. I need to work on this stuff over here. This is all of our drinks. I kind of went a little crazy with water. Something freaked me out, and I'm like, oh my God, we need to get water, so we'll have water on hand in case anything. I don't want to say I'm one of those preppers, but I lean towards that. I just want to make sure everybody's good. So let's get this stuff put away.
Feeling like there's no one other than you.
Okay, so I'm getting everything put away, and I have a little kind of TED Talk coming up. What is like one personality trait that you wish you could improve? For me, it's I underestimate how much time something is going to take me. Literally, this right here. I wanted to fill up the chili powder. I wanted to take the little jar I have and fill it up with the big jar that I just bought. Something that I thought, oh, this is going to take me less than a minute, 30 seconds. No problem. Except I timed it through the video here. This took me 6 minutes to straighten out. And I'm like, now in my defense, there was a clump that I just could not seem to break up in this thing. And like I was poking it, I was shaking it, I was trying to like get everything all smooth in there, but it just would not work. And 6 minutes just to fill up this little itty bitty jar. It was driving me absolutely insane. Now I will say I have gotten better with making it to appointments ahead of schedule. I used to be bad with that one too. I was always underestimating how long it would take me to get from point A to point B, and I would always be running late. And usually it would only be like 3, 4, 5 minutes late. Very rarely was I later than that, and it would just because I would be stuck in traffic. But I have made it a point to leave myself like a 10-minute window before I walk out the door to make sure that I get to where I'm going on time. And I kind of instilled that in the kids a little bit. I'm hoping. We'll see as they have to be on their own and I'm not behind them. You gotta leave. Okay, I know we've done this a few times, but sadly, it gets to be a mess every time. So I had to look back at my Sam's Club orders because I'm down to... Oh, somebody did that. Okay. I couldn't find my sponges. Here they were tucked all the way in the back, so we got that. I just want to try and clear this up because it is really a stinking mess, so let's try and straighten this up somehow.
If I could, I would give something new, then I would have what it takes. Make you feel like you're safe, 'cause all I need is just someone like you, someone like you, someone like you. Yeah, I just need someone like you.
So going through this again is making me realize I kind of fall for what I see people use and try it. For instance, the pink paste or I think it's the pink paste or the Scrub Daddy paste. I don't grab those when I'm cleaning stuff. I usually grab the Barkeeper's Friend for the bathtub and my kitchen sink. I will grab bleach for countertops, like after cooking with the bleach and stuff, with the chicken and stuff like that. Either Clorox wipes or like the Clorox cleanup. And the Dawn Power Wash, I use that often. And just like the Murphy's Oil Orange Soap. Those are the probably 4, maybe 5 things that every time I go to clean, that's what I grab. Cleaning the bathroom, it's always Barkeeper's Friend and Clorox stuff. Cleaning, like dusting off tables and stuff like that, it's always the orange soap, the Murphy's Orange Soap. So I'm going to stick with what I grab to buy from now on, because I have a lot of stuff in here that I just want to use it up until I'm done with it, and I probably won't buy it again. Same thing with all of these cloths. The only cloth I really use is the one that I use for the windows. All the other microfiber cloths, I really don't use them. I usually grab a paper towel, and mostly because when I'm working with stuff in the bathroom, it's always with bleach, so I don't want to use any kind of microfiber towel. I want to be able to just throw it away. And when I wipe off countertops, again, usually just bleach. The only time I'll grab for like a microfiber cloth is when I'm dusting, and that's it. I don't know that I need all of those microfiber cloths, so I might go through those and see which ones I don't want. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.